Germans built these police cars to make escape almost impossible. We're talking 200+ miles per hour top speeds, supercar engines, and patrol cars designed for the Autobahn, where there is no speed limit and no margin for error. These are the top 10 insanely fast German cop cars to ever exist. Number 10, Porsche 356 Polizei. Before speed cameras and helicopters, German police relied on lightweight engineering and precise driving. Back in the 1950s, German police actually used Porsche's small 356 for highway patrol and emergency response work. How could such a small car handle real pursuit work? It's because the 356 used a rear-mounted flat-4 engine, producing up to 75 horsepower, paired with an extremely low curb weight of under 800 kilograms. That low curb weight meant instant throttle reactions and easy control at high speeds. Its compact size let officers move through traffic with ease, while the rear-mounted engine improved traction under hard acceleration. With a top speed just under 100 miles per hour, it was more than capable of handling early Autobahn patrol duties. For police use, the 356 was trusted because it was visible, reliable, and easy to drive for long stretches. But as traffic increased and cars kept getting quicker, that balance stopped being enough. German police needed something with more presence and more power. Number 9, Mercedes-Benz W126 S-Class Polizei. Luxury didn't stop German police from going fast. By the 1980s, German police were regularly using the W126 S-Class for fast Autobahn patrol work. So why would police even consider a luxury sedan for this role? With V8 engines up to 5.6 liters, making around 300 horsepower, the W126 S-Class had no issue running at 155 miles per hour when it was unrestricted. What really mattered, though, was how easily it could stay there. The long wheelbase and firm suspension kept the car settled, even when speeds stayed high for a long time. And on Autobahn patrols, that mattered, because cruising above 120 miles per hour for long stretches wasn't unusual at all. Inside the car, everything felt quiet and comfortable. The seats offered proper support, the gauges were easy to read, and that helped officers stay focused during long shifts. The large trunk also allowed room for enforcement equipment, radios, and medical gear, making it practical as well as fast. These cars were mainly assigned to high-speed highway sectors across West Germany. But while the W126 was stable and comfortable, some departments began looking for something lighter, which could react quicker and move easily through traffic. So just a quick timeout, guys, just before we move on to the rest of the video. Could we ask you for a small favor? If you've enjoyed the content so far, could you take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel? Over 98% of viewers watch our videos without subscribing. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it is a really huge help to us. Thanks. Number 8, BMW i4 AC Schnitzer Polizei. BMW partnered with AC Schnitzer to show how electric vehicles could still perform under enforcement conditions. Can an electric car really chase at high speed? The i4 AC Schnitzer makes a little over 530 horsepower, and because it's electric, the response is immediate. The moment you press the pedal, the car moves without any delay, and that quick response is especially useful in city traffic, where short bursts of speed matter more than top-end performance. The lowered suspension improves stability during lane changes. Up front, the aero splitters add extra stability as speeds climb, and the upgraded brakes are there to handle repeated hard stops without fading. As a police vehicle, the i4 was mainly used in urban and highway demonstration fleets, showing how electric cars could handle real enforcement scenarios without losing control or confidence. Officers also benefited from the quiet cabin and smooth power delivery during long shifts. Still, while electric performance made a strong case, Germany wasn't ready to leave combustion engines behind just yet. Number 7, BMW M850i Polizei. The M850i was deployed to show that high-performance Grand Tourers could serve real enforcement roles. And what happens when a Grand Tourer becomes a pursuit weapon? With the BMW M850i, the idea was pretty simple. Make something comfortable but still quick. Powered by a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 producing 523 horsepower, paired with all-wheel drive and adaptive aerodynamics, The car was designed to remain stable and controllable at high speeds. Its limited 155 miles per hour top speed was more than enough for Autobahn patrol work, especially in unrestricted zones. What really made the M850 useful for police duty was its ability to undergo high speeds for long durations without tiring the driver. The composed suspension, advanced driver assistance systems, and clear digital displays helped officers maintain control and awareness during extended patrols. With space for equipment and a refined interior, it worked as a long-distance enforcement vehicle rather than a short-burst chaser. But while factory performance was impressive, Germany's most extreme police cars often came from outside the showroom, built by tuning houses willing to push things further. What if the fastest police cars came from somewhere else? What if they were modified beyond factory limits? Number 6. BMW i8 AC Schnitzer Polizei. Hybrid doesn't mean slow. The i8 AC Schnitzer was built to redefine how performance and efficiency coexist. But can a hybrid actually keep up on the Autobahn? The BMW i8 delivered a combined output of 374 horsepower, backed by a lightweight carbon fiber reinforced chassis and electric torque fill that smoothed out acceleration at all speeds. While its 155 miles per hour top speed wasn't meant for sustained Autobahn chases, the strong mid-range pull made it effective in quick response situations and highway merges. As a police vehicle, the i8 was mainly used for technology demonstrations and public enforcement campaigns, showing how hybrid systems could balance performance with efficiency. It has a lower center of gravity, precise steering, and strong braking, which gave officers confidence during high-speed runs, while the futuristic design helped draw public attention to enforcement efforts. And while hybrids proved their point, the truly extreme German police cars didn't come straight from factories. They came from tuning houses willing to push performance even further. Number 5. Porsche 911 Turbo Polizei. This wasn't for show, this was for the results. The Porsche 911 Turbo has long been Germany's ultimate highway weapon, even in police form. What happens when police use the same car criminals dream about? Powered by a twin-turbo flat-six engine producing between 480 and 580 horsepower, the Porsche 911 Turbo gave German police serious performance without sacrificing control. All-wheel drive helped maintain traction during hard acceleration, even at high speeds, while active aerodynamics improved stability as speeds climbed. With a top speed of around 190 miles per hour, it was fast enough to match or exceed most vehicles on the Autobahn. As a police car, the 911 Turbo was mainly deployed in high-speed Autobahn zones, particularly during crackdowns on illegal street racing. Its compact size made it easier to move through traffic, and its braking system was built to handle repeated high-speed stops without failing. But even with a supercar on patrol, Germany still found ways to push things further. Number 4. A BT Audi R 8 GTR Polizei. This one was a supercar, but with sirens. A BT took the Audi R8 and reworked it specifically to show what a high-performance police car could look like. Why give police a supercar capable of embarrassing hypercars? Because the ABT-tuned Audi R8 had a mix of speed, stability, and control that very few vehicles had at that time. It was powered by a 5.2-liter V10 tuned to over 600 horsepower, and it featured rear-biased all-wheel drive for better traction and large aerodynamic upgrades to keep the car stable at higher speeds. With a top speed exceeding 200 miles per hour, it had more than enough performance for Autobahn enforcement. As a police vehicle, the R8 was used mainly for public demonstrations, high-speed Autobahn enforcement, and deterrence campaigns, where visibility and capability mattered. The supercar's presence alone had a clear message, while its braking system and chassis balance ensured it remained controllable. And while Audi pushed the limits with a supercar on patrol, Porsche still had something left to prove. Number 3. Porsche 911 993 Polizei. Old school doesn't mean slow. This was the last air-cooled 911, and German police actually used it in their service. Even as newer cars arrived, this one kept being used. Because honestly, the 993 generation Porsche 911 still worked. It used a 3.6-liter flat, 6 producing up to 285 horsepower, and it combined a lightweight chassis with strong mechanical grip and easy handling. And the top speed? It came in around 170 miles per hour, and it was fast enough to patrol many Autobahn sections without feeling old. As a police car, the 993 was valued for its reliability, clear feedback through the steering, and strong braking, which helped officers stay confident during high-speed driving. Plus, this is important, the 911 was still compact. That made moving through traffic easier than the big sedans of that time. That balance kept this car in service throughout the 1990s, even when newer models came and went. Porsche focused on balance and feel, but Mercedes didn't. Number 2, Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR Polizei. This car right here was never meant to be legal. The CLK GTR started life as a race car, but it didn't take long for it to become a part of police legend. How does a race car end up with blue and red lights? In the case of the CLK GTR, it came down to presence as much as performance. Yes, it used a 6.9-liter V12 producing over 600 horsepower, and yes, the car used a carbon fiber body and race-derived suspension. But what really stood out was how stable it was at high speeds. With a top speed exceeding 210 miles per hour, it showed what was actually possible on the road back then. As a police vehicle, the CLK GTR wasn't meant for daily patrol or active pursuits. It was used strictly for demonstration and extreme deterrence, appearing at major events and high-speed enforcement campaigns. And once this car showed up, the message didn't need explaining. Nothing on the road was faster, and honestly, that was the point. And even then, this still wasn't the fastest machine German authorities ever associated with law enforcement. What if the fastest police car wasn't built for chasing criminals at all, but for proving that no road in Germany was truly out of reach? Number 1. Brabus CLSV 12S Rocket Polizei. Brabus built the Rocket to see how far a luxury sedan could be pushed. That got attention. It was faster than anything the German police were using at the time. But how fast is too fast for law enforcement? With the Brabus Rocket, that question didn't really have an answer. Powered by a twin-turbo 6.3-liter V12, producing 730 horsepower and 1,100 newton-meters of torque, it delivered relentless acceleration, reaching 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.1 seconds. The car was engineered for stability at extreme speed, with reinforced suspension, upgraded braking, and aerodynamic tuning focused on keeping it composed well past normal limits. Its 222 miles per hour top speed made it the fastest vehicle ever associated with German police demonstrations. Rather than daily patrols, it was used as an enforcement showcase designed to send a clear message on the Autobahn that no production car was beyond reach. Germany doesn't just build fast cars, they build them with purpose. If this list surprised you, there's another video on the channel that goes even deeper into extreme performance machines and the engineering behind them. It's the perfect follow-up to what you just watched. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you there.